Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So in this part two, I will be talking about components of a network. Components of a network. By the way, by now you should be able to explain better what a network is. Okay, I talked about this in part one where I said a network is the connection of two or more computers. Two or more computers for the purpose of communication. Okay, a network is the connection of two or more computers for them to be able to communicate, for them to be able to exchange resources, for them to be able to exchange data and information. Okay, maybe in a single building, maybe multiple buildings, maybe multiple cities, or maybe country to country, maybe region to region. Okay, the connection between computers before they can communicate. Okay, you have two phones, they are exchanging music. What you just did, just establish a network. Okay, so this communication is what we call networking. So now let's go and talk about components. So when I say components means things, ingredients, materials that made up a network. Okay, a network cannot just form itself. Okay, I talked about people moving from one place to another as being a real life scenario that can be related to a networking. So when people are moving from one place to another, they don't just fly. Even if they are flying, they are using aeroplane. If they are traveling by road, they are using road infrastructure. Okay, if they are using water, they are traveling by maybe canoe or boat and all of that. So in that road infrastructure, so just think of components that made transportation happen. We'll be talking about the car itself, maybe the airplane or the ship. You'll be talking about water. You'll be talking about road. Okay, so those are the components that made that happen. So in network scenario 2 now, what are the components? What are the things that used to make communication happen? That will allow communication to take place between computers. So these are what are referred to as components of a computer network. Okay, what are the materials? What are the things? What are the devices? What are the equipment that normally made communication happen between computers? So I have few examples here. I have clients, workstation, PC. Don't get it twisted. These are just terms. I will break it down very well in the coming slide. You have server, transmission media, switch router, and all of that. So now, what is a client? What is workstation? What is PC? These are just terms. Okay, normally I would have called it computer for you. But if I'm speaking that way, you won't be able to speak like a network professional. Okay, your role as a network professional, a network engineer, is for you to be able to set up a network and also to be able to present yourself, being able to speak in a professional way, so that when you speak, you know that you're a tech person, you are coming from a networking background. So now whenever you hear PC, workstation, or clients, they are still referring to a computer. It can be a laptop. Okay, it can be a laptop, it can be a phone, it can be a tablet, it can be a desktop. Okay, but let me tell you the difference. A client, when they say a client is a computer that relied on another computer to perform a particular task. Let me give you an example. Your phone, for instance, cannot on its own transfer money using any banking mobile app you are using. Your phone on its own, let me repeat myself, your phone on its own is useless, irrespective of any of the app that you have on your phone right now. That your phone is useless if it cannot connect to the internet, connect to the server somewhere to perform a task. Maybe you want to transfer money through a banking app. That app, that phone is useless. So in that regard, your phone is relying on another computer somewhere before it can make a money transfer. If you normally access Instagram or Facebook, your phone is relying on Instagram server somewhere, Instagram computer somewhere, for it to be able to access Instagram. The task that you want to perform at that moment is maybe you want to see people's posts on Instagram, or maybe you just want to also post your own picture, your video on Instagram and all of that. That is the task that you want to achieve. But your phone relied on another computer before it can achieve that task. If you cut off the internet, your phone will not be able to connect. Where your phone is connecting to is another computer somewhere, maybe Instagram server somewhere or Facebook server somewhere. So a client is any computer that is relying on another computer to perform a particular task. A client normally sends a request that I want to do this, help me with it. Now, workstation, whenever you hear workstation, just think of workstation as those desktop that is used in the office or laptops used in the office. They are placed on the desk. You don't take it anywhere. That's why I call it workstation. It's there for employee to resume and they start working. Think of a bank, for instance. Those systems that they are using, they are in the bank. They are not movable. You can't move it to anywhere. They are workstations. Okay, dedicated system in an office for employees to be working is called workstation. Okay, when they say PC, PC is not related to any office environment or any other form. PC, when you hear PC, they are just referring to a laptop, a desktop, a computer generally. Whenever you hear PC, they are referring to a computer generally. They are referring to a computer generally. It can be your laptop, can be your desktop. Anything computer is what they call PC, your personal computer. The full meaning is personal computer. So your personal computer that you take around is what we call PC. So these are just terms. Let me come back again. A client is that computer that rely on another computer to perform a particular task. Okay, maybe you want to access Facebook, for instance. Your phone on its own cannot access Facebook without contacting Facebook server. If you connect to the internet will take it to where Facebook is, then Facebook will give it information back. That's an example. So workstation is that dedicated system in the office, a desktop, a laptop placed in the office. They are not moving it around for employees to work. That is workstation. PC means computer generally, personal computer. The computer that you are taking around, your personal computer, is what they call PC. So these are just networking terms. Okay, whenever you hear any of this, I expect you to be able to explain better. So now, a server now. What is a server? A server now is now that computer that is serving requests from a client. Don't let me confuse you. So now, let me bring a word real life scenario into this. So see this small kid here, this small girl here. See this man here. This is the father and this is the daughter. Okay, this daughter is relying on this man to do a particular task, maybe to go and buy him gun, or maybe to go and tell the father that I've done the task that you asked me to do. What's the next thing? Okay, he's requesting for information from the father. So it is the father that is giving resources to her to do whatever activities that she wanted to go and do with whatever information the father gave her. So think of a server as a bigger computer that is serving another computer information. For instance, I gave an example of your Facebook app, for instance. So now, whenever you want to access Facebook, your Facebook app will have to connect to the internet so that it will go and talk to Facebook server somewhere. So it is when it is talking to Facebook server, I want to view this person profile picture, I want to navigate to this particular place on Facebook, I want to do this, I want to do that. It is Facebook server that will now be serving your phone. Can you see the word serving? Is responding to requests from your phone to be able to do one or two tasks. Another example is an ATM machine. That ATM machine that you are seeing is connected to a server, a banking server somewhere. Whenever you want to withdraw money, your ATM machine needs to contact that server to update your information that this particular person wants to collect money. Should I give it to him? It is the server that will now say give it to him. So in that regard, that ATM machine is performing a task of dispensing money to you. Is a client relying on the banking server to check whether you have money or not. It is the server that will now respond to the request from the client that, okay, dispense cash. Don't dispense cash. He doesn't have money in the bank. So any computer device that serves another computer resources is called server. Okay, is a server. Whenever you hear server is just another computer. It's just another computer, but it's bigger, it's sophisticated. It's a big computer, it's sophisticated. Because imagine a computer that is taking requests from different clients, from different computers all over the world, all over the country, all over anywhere. It should be very big, it should be gigantic, it should be of high processing power so that they will not kill it. This person wants to withdraw money, this person wants to withdraw money, this person wants to withdraw money. It's asking the server all the time. Everybody is accessing Facebook app. So they are contacting Facebook server somewhere. So a server is just that computer with high processing power. It's sophisticated. So client is the computer that is sending requests to perform a particular task. Server is that computer that is responding to that request, telling the client, okay, we are going to do the task. So that is server. That is server. So now we have endpoints. This is another term that you will hear a lot. Whenever you hear endpoints, they are referring to any device that has the capability to connect to the network. To connect to the network. Any device that has the capability to connect to the network is an endpoint. It can be a laptop, it can be a desktop, it can be your phone, it can be a printer. They are all endpoints. So far, they are connecting to the network. So far, they are connecting to the network. Okay? Please take note of this. Whenever I mention printer in a network environment, I'm talking of a network printer, a printer that has that capability to be connected to a network. It is not all printers. that has that capability. It is not all scanners that has that capability. Some printers are standalone, whereby you just plug them to your system using USB cable. Okay, you can't call that an endpoint. That's a peripheral. It's not an endpoint. So whenever I made mention of printer as an example of endpoints, it is a network printer. Okay, any device that has a capability to be connected to the network are called endpoint. Okay, so now transmission media. So now in the road infrastructure that I talked about, whereby people do meet in order to do business, to exchange information and all of that, you will agree with me that they need a means of transportation. They need a means of transporting from one location to another place. So computers still need a means of exchanging data. So this is called transmission media. When you hear transmission media, it means that means of communication that a computer is leveraging to exchange information. It can be through cable, it can be through wireless, it can be through fiber. This is an example of fiber cable. This is a fiber cable. This is a copper cable. This is wireless. Wireless, it means you can't see it. They are communicating, you can't see it. Okay, so now this wireless is still under local area network. Take note of that. Don't think because it is wireless, it can go anywhere. It has a limitation. It has limitation. A wireless can only cover a particular location, a particular building. A wireless can't go beyond the building. So it's still an example of a LAN. It's still a form of LAN. Okay, don't confuse wireless with WAN. They are different. They are two different technology. Okay, take note of that because let me make you laugh a little. Throughout my days in the university, I used to think wireless is the same thing as WAN. Imagine, because all what we were taught in university is to read and cram. So I was cramming. My lecturer also can't correct me that WAN is not wireless. Okay, so wireless is still a form of LAN. The purpose of wireless is to cancel cables. We don't want to be seeing physical cables, so computers can connect through here within a location, a building. It's still within a building. So WAN, wide area network, is the technology that can go as far as connecting Australia and Nigeria, UK and Nigeria, Nigeria and Ghana. Is another technology entirely. It has nothing to do with LAN. So wireless is still LAN. Wireless is still LAN. So that is a transmission media. So now another networking device we'll be talking about, another component we'll be talking about is a network switch, but it will be in our next class. So see you in another class where I will continue to discuss what network switch is all about.